Doctors and libraries, making small things that leave the city and never come back. The families here never buy what they make. It is a city of people who do not fight the rats gnawing at their walls. It is a city of families who count the years with funerals. Her mother died years ago. A bad flu brought the last breath out of her. A doctor spares nothing without pay, and her father only had enough money to bury a woman. The girl was left alone in the home, brooding over old books her mother never taught her how to read. Her father marries again, and now she has a new mother and 2 new sisters. Her new mother feeds enough bread to keep her alive, clothes her with a smock to cover her from shoulder to knee. Her sisters are twins about as old as she is, but with darker hair and fair eyes. They smile, but they rarely talk to her, only to each other. Across the street, there is a doctor and his son. The doctor's son is a pretty boy with clean hair. He talks to her. He laughs like a child who knows he must be warm, knows what he will eat for dinner, pities her for what she doesn't have. She takes the little chocolates he gives her. She does not take his pity. He shows her the little brews his father makes and teaches her how to read his books. He tells her about doctors who are women, who read the stars and know when rain will come. Doctors who use leaves from poison plants to cure death. Magic women, made from mountain smoke and quiet winds. She copies the texts and hides them in a box with her mother's books and old photographs. Her stepmother finds the bruises where the boy kissed her too hard, pressed his lips like a searing stabbed into wax. See him again and you will starve. See him again and you will make your home in a whorehouse. The girl brews a drink out of rose petals and rainwater and gives it to the boy when he next visits. He forgets her and stops coming. He's the kind of boy for whom love is a form of forgetting. Prince calls for a festival. He wants another bride and calls all the young maidens to his palace. The people of this city live under the spell of obedience. The gutters keep whispers and gossip. A daughter can be replaced. We have only raised them to be pretty, and that takes too much work. The festival will bring money to the butchers and cooks and servants, and we will eat finely. At the girl's house, the sisters dress up in silvers and golds. They wear as naturally as fruit on a tree. The girl wants to go with them to the ball. You can't come, you little slut, says the mother. You disgrace us. The sisters smile, wave goodbye as they leave. The girl sprays a perfume of crushed ivy and nettles and visits the dressmaker. He falls asleep, and she steals a dress, a pretty little red dress that sweeps like a blooming flower when she spins. She takes a pair of her sister's shoes and runs across rain-soaked narrow sidewalks and trashy streets to the festival. The palace is the only place in the city with clean air and open space. The prince's golden banner hangs from each window, and the ballroom is full of girls hardly older than she is. A young man takes her hand without asking, dances with her with steps he's had time to practice. The other girls have noticed her now. The boy tires of dancing. He has forgotten how the next one goes. Here, come with me. Let's get out of here. He takes her to a royal garden where the trees are fed better than she is. She doesn't like him. She doesn't like how he looks at her like he knows what to expect. He is the kind of boy whom lust is a form of forgetting. The prince takes off her shoes and reaches beneath her dress. She grabs an apple lying beside her. She splits it into his ear. He bleeds from the side of his head. The girl crushes a rose from his own garden and smothers him. She runs. At home, she burns the dress and spreads the ashes across the fireplace. The family comes home late. Her mother looks down at her with disgust. Wash, you look like a witch's child. Her sisters smile. We wish you were there. We wish we were there. The paper boys cry well for their wage. And soon everyone knows that the prince was attacked by a witch, masquerading as a princess, and now he's deaf in one ear. A hunt! No one can leave the city! Keep your papers on you, they say, so they know who you are, so they know you have a name. The prince will search every building and every room, looking for the culprits. The witch will be had. She's sitting by the fireplace when they arrive. He spits in disgust. Get her out of my sight, says the prince. Filthy little thing. His guards grab the sisters. The twins recognize the shoes and scream. It fits them both, but the prince has no time for confusion. He got what he wanted at the palace. He will choose who dies. Their mother begs, but the prince is deaf in the ear that hears mercy. The sisters protect each other. It was me. It was me. They think to blame their stepsister, but she is an ash and smoke girl who disappears with the wind. She is easily forgotten. This is not a city for trials and courtroom services, the prince says. The sisters hang from streetlights and their bodies sway like torn flags. The mother starts leaving her home. She sits at the window, staring down at passing strangers. You can see her from the street, all shadow puppet face and tired eyes. The girl retreats into the forest to brew potions, grind leaves into medicine and poison. She lives long, maybe forever. No one remembers.